Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some updates here for you regarding this war that's about to break out between Israel and Hezbollah. We've got a lot of information to go over. Some of the top news is last night, Israel started bombing southern Lebanon, targeting multiple cities. We've got video footage on X here in just a little bit of the town of Tyre that came under attack. Looks like a tall building or something got hit over there. Mass panic happening in that town, and several other towns got hit as well in southern Lebanon. So this is more of a small response from Israel. It's going to be much larger here in the coming days, probably in the next 48 hours. I wouldn't be surprised. So Benjamin Netanyahu is back in town. He's back in Israel, and he just convened with many of the top officials today, discussing war plans against Hezbollah. And the IDF has also done this as well. They've also held an assessment. We'll go over that here in just a minute. So from what I'm hearing, war plans are already approved to go after Hezbollah. We just don't know exactly what this is going to be. What will this entail? Will this be a full-scale attack? It looks like it's going to be. It'll probably be a heavy aerial attack followed up with tanks and troops on the ground is what I'm thinking, because we've got reports as well that tanks are starting to head towards the northern side of the border as well to get ready for this offensive against Hezbollah. So I want to talk about this some more today. We'll also talk about Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant. I put on the screen there for you. It says Hezbollah will face the consequences of its deadly attack on Majd al-Shams yesterday, even with its ridiculous denials. War is coming, okay? And we did a whole report yesterday on the soccer field that came under attack at Majd al-Shams on the northern side of the country in Israel. Supposedly this rocket came from Hezbollah, okay? And that's why we're about to have a major response from Israel. So let's go ahead and get into this and talk about some more updates here. So this is on the Times of Israel. IDF chief holding assessment and approving plans for Lebanon, military says. Okay, this just came out today. And it says here, IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Herzi Halevi is currently holding an assessment, approving plans for Lebanon, the military says. The meeting comes as Israel is ready to respond to Hezbollah's deadly rocket attack on Majd al-Shams yesterday. It is attended by the Deputy IDF Chief of Staff and the Chiefs of Northern Command, Military Intelligence Directorate, Operations Directorate, Air Force, and other generals, the IDF adds. Okay, so multiple top leaders of the IDF meeting here, as we can see in this photo, and they are preparing for a major response. So at the time that this is reported, it's currently almost 10 a.m. Pacific time on July 28th, 2024 for me, and this just came out this morning, just a couple hours ago. So we're gonna talk some more about some other updates here. I've got something else to show you here from the Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant. So let's look at this as well. Hezbollah will face the consequences of deadly attack on Majd al-Shams. So even the Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant coming out and stating that Hezbollah is about to see major action from Israel very soon. Defense Minister Yoav Gallant says Hezbollah will face the consequences of its deadly attack on Majd al-Shams yesterday, even with its ridiculous denials. I went to the Northern Command to see the response plans. This is Hezbollah, an Iranian proxy in the region. Hezbollah will not go unpunished for this incident, even with its ridiculous denials, Gallant says in a video statement from the Northern Command base in Safed. He says the Hezbollah launched the rocket and will bear the price and will pay a heavy price for its actions. So what I'm understanding is that Hezbollah is stating that supposedly they had nothing to do with this. Even the government of Lebanon is calling on Israel to urge restraint, do not attack Lebanon, that this was not Hezbollah that launched this. But I showed you guys yesterday that the IDF came out, they made an assessment, and they said for sure this was Hezbollah that committed this attack. This was not anybody else, no other groups throughout the Middle East or anything like that. So this is why we're going to see a major response on Lebanon here very soon. So I've got a few things here on X to go over now with you. First up from Vicegrad24 says breaking, an Israeli airstrike hits a building in Tyre, Lebanon. So we've got a 10-second clip here that supposedly a building came under attack. I don't think it's going to show the actual building. I tried watching this several times and I couldn't see what actually got hit, but it's late at night. But take a look at the mass panic here happening in Tyre, Lebanon. So this video footage is in response to the attack that happened in Majd al-Shams, okay? And this is only the beginning. This is just Israel following up with small strikes inside of southern Lebanon, which again they've been doing this for months now, so this is really nothing new. But as we can see here, something got hit, some sort of building got destroyed or something. It looks like it could have been either over here, somewhere these tall buildings, and we've also got some emergency crew over here as well. So something must have got hit in this area as well. So obviously, what we're seeing so far is a small response from Israel, but this will pick up more heavily as time goes on. Next, Israeli media says Defense Minister Yoav Gallant and IDF Chief of General Staff have approved operational plans for a ground operation in Lebanon. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is expected to make a final decision on the matter today. Okay, so that's what we're waiting on, is to hear what Benjamin Netanyahu wants to do. Okay, is he going to approve these plans? Most likely he will, and this is going to create a major war in the Middle East. There's going to be a lot of people getting involved in this. We already know that many of the Iranian-backed groups in Iraq and Syria are already ready and prepared to go to war as well with Hezbollah. Even Iran has come out and said they're gonna step in as well and help out Hezbollah. So this is about to get really insane here in the next probably 24, 48 hours if Israel decides to launch this operation. But something that I was thinking is I have a feeling there's a possibility we may not see any action until next weekend. And the reason why I say that is typically if there is any kind of operation that takes place, especially if they expect this operation to kind of end quickly, and we have been hearing this from Israel for a long time now, many members of their government have come out and said that they would end this war quick, that it would not be a long drawn out war with Hezbollah. How will they do that? I have no idea. They'd obviously have to go after certain critical infrastructure to maybe cripple Lebanon very quickly, and maybe this would make Hezbollah give in very quick. I have no idea. But that's something that the IDF has come out and said many times, and Israeli government members have said this also. So it's obviously there's going to be something big coming here, and we're going to have to see what they choose to do. So also from Megatron Ron breaking, Iranian Minister of Foreign Affairs, any infringement of aggression by the Zionist regime against the national sovereignty of Lebanon will be met with a decisive and united response across the entire resistance axis. I repeat, a decisive and united response. Make no mistake, okay? So this is from Iran's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, okay? So they are stating as well many times that they are going to get involved in this. What did Iran do back in, what was it, in April of this year when they launched that massive attack on Israel? What makes you think they won't do this again, okay? Considering that they heavily back Hezbollah. Hezbollah is probably one of their most prized possessions in the Middle East, okay? They give more weaponry to Hezbollah than they really do to any other group. That's why Hezbollah's supposedly could have up to 1 million or more rockets, okay? And they've got all kinds of crazy weaponry as well that apparently nobody even knows that they have. Hezbollah's come out and said they are only using something like 10 or 20% of their actual war stocks. So we could be seeing some crazy weaponry coming out from Hezbollah that Israel is not prepared for. They've also stated that if they start sending tanks, that all of their tanks will be destroyed, that Hezbollah will be, or that Israel will be wiped out, excuse me. So this is about to get crazy, guys. Next up here from Vicegrad24 says, breaking. Iranian proxy groups fire rockets at U.S. military base by the Al Omar oil field in Syria. Okay, so this is the second time actually now that we're starting to hear this. I reported on this the other day. We were talking about this too, that there's some U.S. bases coming under attack by rockets. There was one, I think it was the Al-Assad air base that came under attack. I think it was in Iraq. If I'm not mistaken, or Syria, one of those countries, I can't remember. And one of these bases came under attack by like 4 or 5 rockets, I think, that were fired from one of these Iranian-backed groups. Now we're starting to see this again, okay? So obviously we know that the U.S. is going to get involved with Israel. They've come out and stated they will protect Israel and back them. And we're going to see how much they're willing to back them and protect them. I know there's an aircraft carrier not too far away, I think somewhere in the Mediterranean Sea as well. And then there's also the Theodore Roosevelt, not too far away, also down near Yemen, okay? So that was some big information that I wanted to share with you too. Hopefully this is not going to make more attacks start happening on U.S. military bases in the Middle East, but it looks like it's beginning again. Also from Vicegrad24 breaking, Netanyahu has now received approval from the U.S. for a military operation against Hezbollah. This is how you know something big is coming as well. This came out yesterday. And we know that the U.S. now is backing a military operation against Hezbollah. So we know this is coming. And then that also means that the U.S. is going to back them if they go to war with Hezbollah as well. So it's about to get dicey. Also, from Israel Defense Forces official X account, this attack shows the true face of Hezbollah, a terrorist organization that targets and murders children playing soccer on a Saturday evening. Watch the IDF spokesman Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari give remarks regarding the deadliest attack on Israel since October 7th. So we've got a 2-minute clip. I want you guys to see this as well because this came out yesterday also. And this is a response from the spokesperson from the IDF, Daniel Hagari. He's going to give us an assessment on the update and what the IDF is planning to do in response. So take a look.
This evening, the Hezbollah terrorist organization in Lebanon fired a rocket at children playing soccer in a soccer field in Majd al-Shams in northern Israel. Hezbollah then lied to the whole world and claimed they did not carry out this attack. This is a lie. We can confirm that Hezbollah murdered 10 children in this brutal attack and injured more than 20 were injured in this brutal attack. All were aged between 10 to 20 years old. Our thoughts are with the families of the victims, and our thoughts are also with the wounded that we embrace and hope for they to come well soon. This is the Druze community in Israel. These are Israeli citizens. We hug the Druze community. She's part of Israel. We will defend the citizens of Israel and also the Druze community. This is an attack that comes after attack in the north for more than 9 months. Hezbollah is attacking our citizens in the north, firing thousands of rockets and missiles and UAVs at northern Israel, targeting families, homes, and communities. The IDF is currently holding a situational assessment, and we will prepare for a response against Hezbollah. We will finish our assessments and we will act. This attack shows the true face of Hezbollah, a terrorist organization that targets and murders children playing soccer on a Saturday evening. We will act to restore full security on our northern border for all the citizens of the state of Israel.
Okay, so if you notice there in the very end what he says, we will act to restore full security. Okay, full security. What does that mean? That means that the attacks on the northern side of Israel need to cease. What have we been seeing over the last 6 months or so? We've been seeing attack after attack after attack from Hezbollah, hundreds, thousands of rockets by now, UAV drones, you name it, targeting the northern side of Israel. And if you notice as well what he says there, they have basically irrefutable evidence that Hezbollah was the ones who committed this act, this terror act, striking this soccer field, killing all these innocent people and these children as well. So if they've got the information to prove that this really was Hezbollah, for sure we are going to see a major, major response. And this is going to be war. This is not just going to be, in my opinion, just an airstrike or anything like that. It's very possible if this is a coordinated strike, strategically coordinated strike on Lebanon to cripple the country, then I could see that happening potentially. And maybe this would make Hezbollah back down. I don't think so, but who knows? It all depends on what Israel decides to do. But regardless, we are going to see a massive response from the Israeli military. They are not messing around anymore. And as you see from Daniel Hagari here, he says that they are going to restore full security in the northern side of the country. And the only way to do that is to eliminate all of these groups that are attacking them, including the Iranian-backed groups, okay? I think they would be also involved in this at some point, but Hezbollah is obviously primary target right now. Look at this also from Vicegrad 24. Norway's called on its citizens to leave Lebanon, okay? We've got more countries now calling on their citizens to get out of the country. And then also right here, another update from Vicegrad 24. France and Belgium have also called on their citizens to leave Lebanon immediately, okay? So more countries stepping up, calling on their citizens to leave, okay? We've got well over 10 countries by now telling their citizens to get out now while they can. So this thing is coming, like I said, guys. One final thing to share with you here from Vicegrad 24. Funeral of the 12 Israeli children murdered yesterday by Hezbollah. So looks like the community here is holding a funeral already for these children and some of the innocent bystanders that were hanging out here at this soccer field when this thing came under attack. So they've held a funeral for the people who have passed away. So take a look. So very sad to see this, guys. I mean, regardless of where these people are at, what country they're from, it really doesn't matter. No one deserves to be harmed in these kind of conflicts like this. I don't care whether it's Israelis or Lebanese people or Syrians or whoever it is. I really wish that war would just end and we would never have war ever again. But unfortunately, that's not the case. And the world that we live in now is even more dangerous than it probably ever has been in the past, or at least it's appearing to become that way. War is just about to break out everywhere, and this is just the beginning of it. So I just wanted to share some of these updates here with you, let you know what's going on between Israel and Lebanon. Right now, there hasn't been anything extreme. There's been some responses from Israel striking inside of Lebanon, but nothing more than that at the moment. But like I said, expect for sure by sometime by the end of this week, I'm thinking no later than Friday or Saturday, we will see a major operation by Israel. And it's going to be much worse than what we saw in the Yemen Houthis when they just launched those attacks and destroyed the Hodeida port. This is going to be much bigger, okay? Much, much bigger, because we've got tons of people that have been injured and killed in attacks ongoing for months now, and Israel's been calling on Lebanon and calling on Hezbollah to discontinue these attacks, and they refuse to. So this is going to be big, okay? Expect something really big soon. I'm going to continue to monitor this, and as soon as we get more updates, I will do another video here for you. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. If you got something out of this update, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. With that, I hope y'all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.